again, most people can obviously see that something's amiss. Something doesn't add up in the world today. You see politicians that seem to get away with murder, corruption, stealing, whatever it is, and you keep, like me going, how does that happen? How's that possible? In our system of governments, what was in our founding fathers set up. So usually I can talk about several issues for all day long if I wanted to, but I picked basically the subject that currently the reason why things are the way they are. And again, I want you to understand the how and the why all of this happened, is that we're under martial law. Now you can call it assault martial law, you can call it military law, but basically military occupied assault martial law was instituted on March 9th, 1933. All right, let me give you an example. In 1973, Congressional Record report by Frank Church. This is a quote. The United States has been in a state of declared national emergency since March 9th, 1933. The majority of people of the United States have lived all their lives under emergency rule, including me. But we're not told that. We don't understand exactly what that means. And I'll explain, what happened on March 9th, 1933 a little bit later. Let's get to military martial law. When a citizen is governed by military power, he is not governed by the soldiers' code of military law, but he's said to be governed by martial law, and this law is entirely different than your normal constitutional law. These are just some facts that prove America that under a military venue of martial law jurisdiction, everyone knows what a zip code is and kind of understands through whether it's David Strait or other people that putting a zip code down on an address sometimes could place you, or you be volunteering to be under that jurisdiction of the government you like, which is really true. Zip codes are military venues. That's why they were put into place. Okay? It's yes to try to get you to volunteer in your jurisdiction. It's like if you, most of y'all guys or whatever, maybe down in Texas, if you walked across the Rio Grande River, you would understand that your constitutional rights aren't enforceable in Mexico. That's because you're in a foreign jurisdiction. Now, what you don't know is that jurisdiction is just not geographical, that you can contract into a different jurisdiction as if you walked across the Rio Grande and you're now standing in Mexico when you're really standing in Texas, which is what I'm trying to tell you is why you might not get those constitutional rights in court that you think you deserve.